Hello, all. It's your girl Tiffany, Mama Black Beauty, your poetic psychic Pisces, High Priestess, aka the late and shun second diamond, also known as your modern day nun, one who isn't within a coven, a convent, or a covenant. I do thank you all for listening and for watching on tonight. If you would be so kind, so please like, share, and subscribe. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Guys, this is going to be a quick video, okay? It's just like a quick update. I just want to go through some things like really, really quick about a situation that has seemed to kind of skyrocket all over the place, okay? Especially with like, I guess you can say so much like supposedly newfound information and different things like that. As it relates to the situation, okay, that we're going to be speaking about tonight, guys. Okay, so once again, I thank you all so very much for listening, for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, guys. We're going to get right into it, okay? I guess you can call this another one of my hot topics. Actually, I'm not even going to go into like, I don't think so. Doing a reading and all of that stuff or whatever, because I really already did this, and I did like a 5-hour and something video on this topic, guys. Okay, but the only reason why I'm speaking about it now is because I'm seeing a whole lot of things, and it really seems to amaze me what people are saying now that I literally said 2 months ago. And prior to that, nobody was thinking that. Nobody was saying these things. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how it feels when you say something and it's like people just disregard you, look over you. You know what I'm saying? Like what you're saying is not the truth, or it's not important, or it doesn't matter. But then somebody else could come along and say the exact same thing that you said, but they do so later. And just because this person is popular, every fucking body listens to it and jumps on the bandwagon. Like, have you ever like told your friend something or told your family member something, and they just kind of disregarded you, didn't believe you, but they can hear some shit on the news, or, you know what I'm saying, somebody else that they know tell them the exact same thing that you told them, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, everybody's on it, like they believe them and shit. That's what I feel like. That's what is going on right here, y'all, because I literally said this shit 2 months ago, and I kid you not, I had watched, and the reason why I did a video about it anyway is because I told you I'm led by spirit. Okay, so things that I particularly speak on like directly, that have to do with a particular person, I'm led by spirit to do so, and I don't do so right away. Like the way it'll come to me, the way spirit will show to me, I will be bombarded with this person's energy, and I will begin to see them like over and over and over and over and over again. Everything about them, things that they are posting, things that other people are posting about them. Like it depends on the person, who they are. Like, you know, politician, celebrity, or just regular everyday average Joe or whatever. So you may see a commercial about a person, and then you happen to look on your phone and you see something on your phone, like you're bombarded with your whole timeline on YouTube or something, Facebook, you know, TikTok, you know, Instagram or something, is flooded with this person's information. Or you look in a magazine and you see this person, and you look up on a billboard and you see. That's how spirit will bring certain things to me. It's about a particular person, their energy, like spirit will bring their energy to me, and I'm just like bombarded with this energy. So then I go through a process of figuring out, why is this person in my energy? Like, why am I consuming their energy? What is this about? And so this is how spirit draws me to certain things. Okay, so if you haven't figured out what I'm talking about right now, many of you all know this young lady by Allie Carter. Okay, she claims that her name is Allison Allie Carter, that she changed her name at some point in time. Her real name is Tory Outlaw, but it hasn't changed to Allison Allie for short, nickname Carter. And then, you know, the Carter is the name that she took of the supposed person that she claims adopted her. Okay, so they were supposed to be doing something here recently, like this weekend. They're supposed to be doing this virtual, you know what I'm saying, this virtual type of march or protest, if you will, pertaining to missing and exploited children. Definitely a good cause. Those are definitely things that needs to be talked about more. It needs to be expressed more and talked about more amongst everybody, because it is absolutely ridiculous. In the United States alone, there are 800,000 to 1 million children who goes missing every single year, and many of them are never to be seen or heard from ever again. Okay, that's for a reason. Where are they being housed? Where are they at? Where are they? You understand what I'm saying? And that's just the United States. There's plenty of other person who goes missing in other countries and different things as well. So in right now, human trafficking, sex trafficking, it's more than $1 billion operation. I feel like the sex trade is making more money than the drug trade right now. Okay, but they're really like neck and when it comes to the drug trade and the sex trade, they're both $1 billion. Over $1 billion operations. You understand what I'm saying? So it's definitely problematic, to say the least. Okay. So anyway, many of you all are probably seeing a lot of things about Allie Carter online about this young lady. Okay. Um, as you can see here, guys, this is a video that I did 2 months ago. I actually did it on November 3rd of 2024. Okay. This was one of my Hot Topics for Row videos. As you can see, it was more than 5 hours and something long, guys. Okay. Um, so if you would like to go to my channel and see the original video that I did pertaining to this young lady and her situation, um, please do so. I'm not going to go back through all of the stuff. I'm just going to talk about a few key points, okay? Because what I have noticed is people are saying what I said back then that nobody was saying. In this video, I mentioned, but even though with a lot of what people are saying, let me just say this real quick. Even what a lot of people are saying right now and seeing right now, people are still missing the big picture of it all, okay? Now, in this video, I disclosed the fact that Allison and Allie Carter, whatever she want to go by, and her supposed adopted mom, um, not only were they sexually involved, are they sexually involved with each other? And I was nice enough to only trace it back to 18. I know it started at the very least of 18, okay? And I just left it at that. Okay, they've been around each other since well before then, but I was nice about it. At the very least, 18. Okay. I know that I told you all in this video that Shelly is a handler. I told you all in this video that Shelly is a trafficker. Okay. Um, I am noticing that there's a lot of people who have disclosed those very things now, are talking about those very things now. There's a lot of other channels that's like covering Allie. Okay. She's got a lot of, I don't know what you want to call them, foot soldiers, if you will, that seems to be on her bandwagon. But these seems to be people who are either just believe anything that they're told, and bandwagon type of people jump up on the bandwagon. But I feel like those of them who are in support of Allie and and Shelly alike, I really feel like, what I'm saying, I don't want to say like anything ill will about them, because I feel like for the most part of them, they all have a good heart and they come from a good place, because I feel like their approach in dealing with the situation is about how they wholeheartedly feel some type of way about all these missing children and different things. And it just so happens that Allie and Shelly have centered themselves in the middle of all that. So they have just kind of fallen in line in support of them. But I feel like even without them, absent of them, those of them who are in, say, support of Allie, I feel like they would still be doing what they're doing as far as speaking up and doing what they're doing or whatever, just because they have a heart for the cause of what's being spoke about or what have you, and different things. It's just that people, I feel like persons are manipulating them, okay, and using their energy, clinging onto their energy for validation that they are the truth and they are clarity and different things like that. Okay, so anyway, I found it very interesting, okay? And I haven't seen this one man in quite some time. The first time I seen him is he was doing a lot of the videos on um Jacqueline Wright, which y'all may know as Jaguar Wright. And that's how I first ran across him, like probably years ago. And I really hadn't seen him for a while because I don't really keep up with like the gossip channels and different things like that. Like, yeah, I be writing, I be having my own work, I be doing all kinds of stuff. And y'all know when it comes to topics like this, just like gossip segments, and I don't really do, you know what I'm saying? But here recently, he has popped up on my timeline. So I've been seeing a lot of his videos, and he's been covering Ali Carter. Okay. And he's like uncovered a lot of information as it relates to Ali Carter. Like, he's talking with her alleged, biological mother and different things like that, which I don't think is any coincidence. I don't think her biological mother, her biological siblings just so happened to be strolling online and found his channel and decided to reach out. I feel like somebody reached out to them and likely paid them to come on and speak. And, because this day and time, everybody's trying to hit that lick, honey. Everybody wants to go viral. Everybody's trying to be popular. Everybody's trying to get them numbers, stay in the algorithm, make their coins. I ain't no hater by no long shot. Make your paper boo boo. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, if y'all want to go to King World, he has uncovered a lot of information and different things like that. But I found it very interesting because he has not only disclosed like Allison Ali Carter's real name, which is Tory Outlaw. He disclosed as to who her real mother is, and she's come on and did some interviews and talking, and he's even talked with like I think one of her siblings or more or something like that or whatever. He's really disclosed a lot, who she was as a person, how a lot of this stuff was a lie. But what stuck out to me was the first video that I seen that he did, and I don't know how many episodes he had done before then, but the one that I clicked on, I just kind of laughed because I was like, I said this shit. You know what I'm saying? I said this long time ago. I was the only one who freaking noticed it, who said it, okay? And I spoke from a place of just a little bit of experience with dealing with Ali Carter, okay? Because of the simple fact, but anyway, let me just deal with one thing at a time, okay? So he disclosed the fact that Ali Carter and Shelly are like girlfriends. They having sex together, they're sleeping together, okay? Period, plain blank, okay? He disclosed a lot of what they're talking about as far as like what she's saying that she endured and all this other kind of stuff has been a lie, has been fabricated and made up. She's told a lot of lies on, say, her biological family or what have you, and different things like that or what have you. But I was sitting there listening, I'm like, I totally said this shit, okay? And y'all go back and look at this video, okay, that I recorded November 3rd of 2024, okay, which you see here is entitled Hot Topic Tarot, Allison Ali All Carter, the alleged story of a traffic victim / video accuser, okay? Because I literally disclosed all of this, okay? And I was just able to call bullshit. And when I say speaking from, and I also spoke about the fact there's a few people now who are speaking about the fact that Shelly is actually a handler. I disclosed that. She is a handler. She is a trafficker, okay? But I'm gonna go into something else that I'm not gonna make this real long. I just wanted to make a point to say something that the ones who are really kind of deep in the situation and breaking everything down and stuff like that, people are kind of overlooking. So I'm gonna tell y'all something else, which I did think I spoke about it in this video, but like I said, I'm obviously a nobody from nowhere that nobody listens to, but maybe since, y'all listen to other people, they'll pick up what I'm saying, repeat it, and y'all grab hold to it and look into it, okay? Because it's serious and I've seen it. those of y'all who are really diving into this shit, y'all have to see what I'm seeing. Y'all gotta see it. So I'm gonna get into it in a minute. So what I meant by speaking from experience, okay? I was young and I was basically emancipated, okay? I was growing on my own at an early age, okay? When I was 16, I was really doing when I was 16 years old, I had already came out. I came out as a lesbian when I was like, I don't know, like 12, 13, like 13, something like that. I think I was like, oh shit, like 8th, 9th grade, something like that when I came out. Okay. So by the time I was 16 and I was in and out of the system myself or whatever. So when I was 16, I was grown and on my own. I had got on housing and had my own apartment when I was like 17, and you weren't even supposed to be qualified to be on it since you was 18. What I'm saying is, that's besides the point. So I was like going to like grown folks clubs, like it was the gay clubs. I wasn't going to like, you know what I'm saying, regular clubs, but it was still a club, you know what I'm saying, with full grown ass people. And I was dating people way older than myself at 16 years old. Okay, so you're not gonna hold me. You know what I'm saying? I know how I go. Okay, I done reigned around that rosy. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? All of that. So I know what it looked like. You understand what I'm saying? It's what I mean by I know from experience. You understand what I'm saying? But at this point, Ellie is like 30 to fuck years old right now. Nobody fucking cares if y'all are together. You know what I'm saying? But it's just pushing this whole narrative and the bullshit that is going on or whatever, which is what else I feel like other people are kind of overlooking. Okay. So like I said, just from watching their videos, I can tell Shelly is a handler. She's also a trafficker. Period, point blank. She is. Okay. And a lot of people harp about things. I think they think that because you hear Ellie and Shelly say all the time, nobody cares that she is Caucasian. Okay? There are plenty Caucasian people. Like, ain't nobody on that type of time. Nobody cares that you Caucasian. There are plenty Caucasian people who have legitimate adopted Black children. Okay? I have, you know what I'm saying? I grew up and I didn't have white homegirls and stuff like that or whatever, and I've been around their mothers and different things, whatever. And a few of them may have had African American men. It don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So like, I know white mothers who have been loving and caring and kind and have taken in Black people. That's besides the point. Nobody cares about the fact that she's white. At least I don't. This has absolutely nothing. Now, with the bullshit they are doing, it shines a light more so on the fact that y'all, like, if they was to come out as like girlfriends, nobody would give a fuck a care that they are interracial. Nobody would care. There's a lot of interracial couples out here, okay? But it's the bullshit, the other bullshit that's going on that makes people break down everything else. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the white mom, the Black kid. When did y'all meet exactly? When did this go on exactly? How all of this happen? You know what I'm saying? It shines a light on all this other kind of shit that looks the fuck weird. But if things was on the up, like, nobody cares. I don't care. That's not what makes me suspicious of Shelly. I'm gonna tell you what makes me suspicious of Shelly. First of all, I find it quite interesting that not only are you an educated woman and have a fucking degree, but you used to work for CPS or Child Protective Services or whatever, which means you had a government fucking job. And only after you came into contact with Shelly, all of a sudden you don't have a job no more and never had another one, but you have a degree and y'all supposedly out here living hand to mouth in your car, homeless. How's that? How do you fucking let your degree go down the drain? How do you never have another job again? Also, before she met Allie, she fucked with men. You've been married before. You didn't want another boyfriend anymore, and that's fine if you decide to change your sexuality or whatever, want to become a lesbian. Nobody cares. I've been there, done that. Plenty of us have tasted the rainbow. Nobody cares because she's white. Nobody cares if she's now lesbian. Nobody the fuck cares about this. But that's what bothers me. She has told you all on videos, not only did she used to work for Child Protective Services, which is how she claims she met Allie in the first place, But she claimed that in having that type of job means you worked for the government. That's what bothers me. I believe the bitch still got government connections. I believe her ass is dirty. She is a fucking recruiter. She's a goddamn handler. And she's a motherfucking trafficker. Period. Listen to Allie's story. Way back when, first of all, she was in contact with Shelly, or Shelly was in contact with Allie round 14 or so, or whatever. If you pay attention, Allie had told you she went into the system when she was around somewhere, I want to say like 15, 16, 14, somewhere between 14 and 16 years old. According to her story, she ran away from Child Protective Services when she was 16. She harps all the time and claimed that she was missing for a whole year. Okay? That will be between the ages of 16 and 17. Now, according to her story, she was in communication still with Shelly all throughout that time, which means Shelly was in what's the word I'm looking for? Was basically in agreement of, that's not the word I want to use, facilitating, is that the word? Her prostitute, because that's what the fuck she was doing. Allie ran away on her own. She went on them streets on her own. She started prostituting, got on drugs and different shit on her fucking own. When she got a pimp, she did so on her fucking own. She do all this harping about, oh no, but they didn't even look for me. Look, I came up in the system, baby. If you're still in the system at 16, between 16 and 18, between 16 and 18, you are sent through something called an independent living program. That's basically where you learn how to start doing shit to maneuver your way out of the system. You learn how, like, they teach you, like, you know what I'm saying, how you can get on housing, how you can play for this, you know, apply for this, that, and the other, how you get a job, you know, different things, like different fundamentals of life, cooking, cleaning, caring for yourself, all this other kind of. It's an independent living program that is still funded by the government and different things like that or whatever, because you age out of the system at a certain point in time. I'm sorry. And this is the reason why, if you're 16, 17, 18 years old and you're in state custody, bitch, you go missing on your own, you run away, they're not going to look for you. They smart though. They got a lot of technology. They know exactly where the fuck your ass is at. They know exactly what the fuck your ass is doing. But when you're 16, 17, 18 years old, ain't no Amber Alert going out for no damn body who fast, hot in the ass and to run away on their goddamn own. I was literally watching a movie last night called Amber Alert. And the movie had pissed me off because the fucked up thing, and a lot of people were harping about that now. Oh, how many of these missing people did you see an Amber Alert for? And it is kind of fucked up, but Amber Alerts don't go out for everybody. The Amber Alert system is really kind of fucked up. Why? Because the only way that they will issue an Amber Alert for someone is if you have to basically give them all the evidence in their hand. You have to tell them who exactly took them, what race they were, was they male, was they female, what car they was in, the make, the model, the color. You need the license plate numbers of the vehicle, what direction they was going in, and some more shit. You literally have to give them all that information for them to make an Amber Alert, which means somebody would have had to see this person being taken. That's how fucked up the Amber Alert system is. So everybody that goes missing, there's not an Amber Alert that's sent out the fuck for them. Okay? Y'all, matter of fact, y'all go and watch that movie. It has the guy in it. I forget his name, but he played in the show Everybody Hates Chris. Him. He plays in the show. And then the girl that played in I forget her name as well, but she played in the last, I think the last two Screams. Okay? Scream movies or whatever. They was the two main stars that was in that movie. Y'all go and watch that movie. It's called Amber Alert, and you will see what I'm fucking talking about. Because they almost, this little girl in that movie got snatched up at the park right in front of her mother, and they literally was not gonna put out an Amber Alert for the child. She was only 7. And the mother just so happened had to be recording on her phone at the time and seeing the vehicle and everything that came up and snatched this child up or whatever. But the mere fact that she couldn't see the license plate number on that vehicle, the chief of police or the chief 911 operator, whoever the fuck he was not going to put out an Amber Alert for that girl. That's how fucked up the Amber Alert system is, okay? And that's likely the reason why the real fucking Amber, the person who the Amber Alert was created for, because she was found dead. She was kidnapped and abducted, but she was murdered. When they found her, it was too late. Then she was murdered. And it's likely to fuck because see the Amber Alert then was created off of her, because of her or whatever. But the Amber Alert is real fucking stupid. But anyway, that's a different story for a different day. We're not gonna go into that. But y'all go and watch that movie, Amber Alert. Okay, it's a really good movie. But yeah, I said this shit, y'all. I pointed out the fact that Allie, I was the first one to pointed out the fact that Allie and Shelly were actually having sex with one another. Okay, I pointed out the fact that Shelly is a handler. She is her trafficker right now. Okay, and some more shit. And I feel like there's some type of agenda behind what they're doing. I also feel like they're getting some type. Shelly is. I think she still got ties with somebody in the fucking government, some goddamn where, or something. She's getting paid some kind of way for Allie. Okay? I believe they gonna mess around and end up making Allie a fucking sacrifice. And Shelly gonna get paid real big off of the sacrifice of this girl. And they're going to try to make it seem like something else. Oh, she had some, because they already put out here. Oh, she's got all these different personalities and alters. She's got all these different, she's got this disability, that disability, this problem, that problem, whatever. It would be nothing to try to make it seem like, oh, she had some type of mental breakdown. She committed suicide, or she did this or did that, or she disappeared, or some shit like that. Y'all pay attention to this shit, man. But I'm telling y'all, and the weird thing about them, just like Jaguar, the weird thing about them that makes people want to believe them, because I kid you not, the shit that they talk about is real shit that's going on in this world. But instead of them speaking about the topics generally from a place of concern or worry for the victims, they implement themselves in it and say, oh yeah, I was at that celebrity's house. Oh yeah, I remember being down in the tunnels. Oh yeah, I was auctioned off and sold. Oh yeah, X, Y, and Z, what happened. And just like I told y'all in this video, I do feel like Ellie has been traumatized. I do feel like she has been victimized in some ways at some point in time in her fucking life. But all this other bullshit that is going on, whatever, she's lying. And I'm gonna tell y'all something else. A lot of people right now, they kind of shaming the girl, they blaming the girl, they putting her down, they dragging her name through the mud. The one thing that people are looking over right now, y'all, is Allie is actually a victim right now. Nobody is paying attention. Shelly will not let this girl go. She is holding her captive. She is holding her hostage. Ask yourself why a 30-year-old woman don't have friends, isn't hanging out with those friends, isn't working anywhere, isn't dating anybody. Even 30-year-olds who have parents left the nest, flew the coop a long fucking time ago. And yeah, they meet back up on holidays and celebrations from time to time, maybe daily if they want to, with their parents. But they not the fuck bound to them. Only people we know who are full grown, who still living with their damn parents, they either have some type of disability of some kind or deformity of some kind where they need constant care all the time, or ones that's just kind of, lazy and, just never left the fucking nest, okay, type of ones. But they still, they still come and go on their own. If y'all notice, Allie cannot, nobody is having a conversation with her without Shelly being there. Shelly is stuck to her like glue. I guarantee you Shelly confiscates the damn phones when they're not online. Anytime that girl's online, Shelly got to be right there. And pay attention to Shelly. She is watching everything this girl say, everything that she do. Sometimes Allie is reading off a script. When she gets frustrated and gets a mumbling or just stop talking, you'll see Shelly step in and get the rambling off all kinds of shit. And it pissed me off. I said it before. It's like, how the fuck do you know? This is not your story. You're just supposed to be the adopted parent that was kind enough to adopt this troubled young lady who has endured all this. This is not your fucking story to tell. Shut up and let her speak. Why are you talking over her? Why are you talking for her? Why are you coaching her? And that's exactly what Shelly is doing. Shelly is holding Allie hostage. Now, I came hard on the first video exposing all of this shit or whatever, but I told y'all everything that I'm saying now. I believe I said some of the pay attention to Allie. It don't matter if you don't really care for Allie. It don't matter if the things that she's saying is a lie. King World, other people that really dive in deep into this. I hear what you're saying. A lot of other people hear what you're saying. It's obvious what you're saying. You understand what I'm saying? But what y'all not seeing is what's right in front of you. I have literally watch her eye movements. She'll direct her eyes. She says certain things about certain things. It's like certain words. And her eyes are jot over towards Shelly. She's doing certain things with her hands. The one video, not the latest video, not the one Shelly made her do right after King World had spoke to her real mother. Because Shelly forced her to do that, to put that video out. And this is the reason why she was pushing the issue. I'm not leaving. I'm not going back. Shelly told her to do that. Shelly told her to say that. Just like when you hear Allie speak against black people, Shelly is slick racist. She really is. Listen to how she fucking speak when she did speak. Just like the one time I heard on the one video talking about this little black girl. What the fuck is that supposed to mean? First of all, she ain't no little girl. The bitch is slick racist, and she's using Allie for a fucking reason. She's manipulating her. She's traumatizing her. She's victimizing her goddamn self. But I'm telling you, she is using this girl. She refused to let that girl date. She refused to let her have friends. She refused to let her go anywhere without her. She refused to let her work. She can't go on a date. What 30-year-old ain't going to the mall with their damn friends, ain't linking up with their boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever the fuck you like. You can like whatever the fuck you want like. Which ones are you? What 30-year-old okay? And she done been around this woman since she was a teenager. From teenage years, 20s, 30s, people, they living careless and reckless. You figuring out yourself, you figuring out life, you partying, you hanging out, you having a... Ellie ain't doing none of that shit. You ain't seen her go to a mall, out to eat, the movies, to work, dating life. Young people, they age, they posting, when they out with their friends, they posting when they, booed up with their lover or whoever. You understand what I'm saying? Allie ain't doing none of that. It's because Shelly is controlling her. She is forced to be with that woman 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm telling y'all, pay attention. It was a video, what I was getting ready to tell y'all, she do certain things. Sometimes it's something that she's wearing. Sometimes it's facial expressions she's making. Hand gestures she's using subliminal messages to cry for help. She needs other people to help her. Because right now, and the police can't do it, because right now, as long as Shelly is making her say, because in the police eyes, they're gonna say, she's 30 years old, she can be where she want to be, she can do what she want to do. The police ain't gonna do nothing about it. Somebody has got to go and rescue that girl from Shelly. Somebody, I don't know who it would take. Somebody needs to speak to Allie alone, her by herself, using her own mind, and ask her, what are you doing? What do you want to do? Are you happy? Are you safe? Whatever, without Shelly fucking being there. The girl's trying to get away. The video before the last one that she did, she was in a white shirt or whatever. If you look at that shirt, it says stolen on there. She is telling people that Shelly stole her, took her. She is being trafficked by Shelly. Look, they traveling around everywhere. At one point in time, they was talking about how they went down to, what was it, Mexico, something where Shelly is the fucking trafficker. She is the fucking handler. And there's a lot of fucked up things that this girl is saying that's going on and all this other kind of stuff. And nobody, y'all just now, people are just now jumping on the bandwagon like, okay, yeah, some fishy going on between Allie and Shelly. Okay, yeah, this seemed to be a lie. That seemed to be a lie. Y'all just now jumping on that bandwagon. So I don't know how much longer it's going to take y'all to figure out, okay, wait a minute. She tapping right now. Like she doing some type of secret code right now. She's sending out a subliminal message right now. The girl is literally sending out SOSs. Maydays, okay? Whatever signs of distress, she's using codes to tell people she needs help. She is being abused. She is being held hostage. She is being held captive. And a lot of people like gossip, they like mess or whatever. So, you know, it may seem popular right now. It's trending right now to shame her, to blame her, to put on blast, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And when you make yourself public and you publicly saying things and publicly doing things, then you kind of publicly put yourself in a position to be scrutinized in some type of fucking way. But there's got to be somebody that can look beyond. You know what I'm saying? Look past the veil of things and see that she crying out for help. She literally is. She's asking for help. And the fucked up thing about her, like when I look at her, Spirit is doing something, okay? I told you I'm led by Spirit. When I look at Allie, when I first seen this girl just at a glimpse, even I can just look at her straight, direct. When I tell y'all she looks like my ex that I was with for 11 fucking years, so fucking eerie. I'm like, I don't know what kind of hocus pocus, voodoo, black magic ass bullshit is going on, but I'm literally seeing my ex in this damn girl. It's the same thing with Jaguar. Some type of hocus pocus bullshit. When I look at that woman, I'm literally seeing the woman that is allegedly my mother that isn't. And I know both of these motherfuckers can say some shit and do some shit that is straight up fucking foul, bro. But I'm telling y'all, it's some type of trickery ass shit going on that I can't really explain to y'all right now. But Spirit has drawn me to these people because I'm trying to tell y'all, when it comes to like these gossip channels and different things like what's trending, what's going on, blah, 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 I'm not paying attention to. Also, the other thing that I want to tell y'all, the reason why Allie and them are able to speak on the stuff that they're able to speak on, they're being fed. Somebody is feeding them information. I told y'all about this about Jaguar. If you notice, everything that Jaguar talk about is secondhand information, but she speaks of it from the viewpoint as if she was there. She experienced it. She know matter of fact, but she's being fed this information. And anybody being fed information has a fucking handle. There's an agenda behind what they're saying, what they're doing. They're either some type of plant, like, you know, online plant or op or like however you want to look at it, bro. They're being fed information. This is the reason why you see them jump around. They'll 1 minute they'll go from talking about the missing children and tunnels and abuses and different things like that. Okay, to the next minute they talking about politicians and political abuse. Next minute they talking about chemtrails in the sky, and the next minute they talking about, you understand what I'm saying? It's kind of all over the place. So from the outside, somebody on the outside looking in, coming across it for the first time, it's like, these some damn conspiracy theorists. But they're talking about real shit that actually exists, that's actually going on. They're just saying it from the viewpoint, from the standpoint, as if they are directly involved in it. And much of it, they're not. They're being fed this information. And if they're being fed information, it's for a reason, which means there's an agenda behind it. And if you are a plant and a part of some type of agenda, you are being paid under the table by somebody. Because it's just like organized crime. It's organized. But I'm trying to tell y'all, I just find it amazing. I just wanted to come on here real quick, y'all. I wasn't going to make this long or anything like that. I said I wasn't going to make this long. I promised I was going to be on here like 10, 15 minutes, guys. But it's already been 40 minutes, okay? So, yeah, I just find it interesting that a lot of people are now pointing out what I said a long time ago. That Shelly is a handler, that she is a trafficker, that she's an abuser, that there's people even saying, looking at the fact that Shelly and Allie are probably in some type of sexual intimate type of relationship. Shelly has groomed Allie. She has groomed her, she has brainwashed her, she has mind controlled her. This is how I know any motherfucker that's in a position like that, that's doing shit like that, they are a fucking handler, bro. They are an op. And she likely still got ties to somebody in the fucking government. Somebody behind the scenes in the damn government, okay? And if Allie is in any of these illegally funded government operation programs, UK Ultra Mind Control, Monarch Programming, any shit like that or whatever, the government knows exactly who she is, knows exactly who her handler is, have trained her handler on how to handle her, and have access to all her damn truth and some more shit, which means she's also being paid for having Allie. This is the reason why when Keaton World did that video and spoke with the woman that's supposed to be Allie's mother, the video went up of Allie and Shelly, basically trying to discredit everything that had been said or been found and all this other kind of stuff, just trying to discredit the whole situation. But in that video, if y'all listen, she was like, I'm not leaving. I'm not going back. Nobody can make me. You know what I'm saying? Shelly told her to say that. I'm telling you, she is controlled by Shelly. When you hear Allie speak against, say, Black Lives Matter or Black lives or Black people in general, it is Shelly who is telling her to degrade her own race, to put her own race down. And I get it. Trust, I know as an individual myself, oh yeah, there's plenty fucked up people within my own damn race. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? It's a little hard to, and as far as Black Lives Matter, it's a little hard to convince white folks that Black Lives Matter when, y'all killing each other and setting each other up of your own race. Black on black crime is happening every day in your own neighborhoods, your own community. So you might want to fix that first before you try to convince somebody of another race that your race matters. You understand what I'm saying? So I get it. But Shelly is forcing her to say that. Just like Shelly is a Trump supporter. Shelly forces Allie to speak about that. To speak about, different political view things. Those are Shelly's political views. You understand what I'm saying? Not to say, and she got the right to be, in political liking of whoever she wants to be. That's not the point. What I'm telling you is everything that she talk about is being controlled. It is scripted. And everything that she's saying, this is the reason why every time you see her, it's the same regurgitated information over and over and over again. It's nothing new being said. It's the same shit that's being said over and over and over again in a new way. You understand what I'm saying? And how you know they're being fed information. Like a lot of people are harping right now. Oh, Allie spoke about the fires in California before they happened. So did every fucking tarot reader like myself. We've been picking up that something's tragic was going to happen and people's homes was going to catch on fire and shit like that. Ask any tarot reader that you want to ask right now, whether you believe in tarot or that thing or not. Just go back and randomly look at any Tory. A lot of us has picked up that too. But that person spoke about that because it was fed to them. Same thing with Jaguar Wright. Jaguar Wright had been talking shit about Diddy for years, and Jay-Z. And the moment something went down with Diddy, this bitch went on this "I told you so" campaign. She was being fed information to tell you all. That way, when it happened, everybody would have ooh and ah, and oh my God, they were telling the truth all along. No, that's how it was set up for you to do. It was set up like that purposely for you to think so. Now, how stupid this is, because this is the same woman, the same person who was talking shit, Jaguar Wright, the same person who had been talking shit about Diddy for damn years, and how often, how bad, and how violent, all this, blah, 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 he was, or whatever. Like I said, when shit went down with him, she was like, oh, y'all, went on this "I told you so" campaign. Now, right after that, there's the same damn person that came out and told you not only was she at the Diddy parties, but she called herself being a pimp, a madam, escort her goddamn self, and said that she was only at the Diddy parties, but she partake in the parties. She was on some of the damn tapes, and she was even had pimped out girls that was at the parties as the fuck well. This means that you have now implemented yourself in any fucking said crime that they have brought up against it. Not only did you put yourself down, and y'all already know, anybody, well, in a terms from a detective's standpoint, anytime you insert yourself, you willingly insert yourself in an investigation, then be somebody guilty as well. These person's words. It's not my words. This is not my opinions, my thoughts. What this person has said. I've been told you a long time ago. Jag is being fed information. She has a handle. She ain't living the type of lifestyle that she living just from doing her thumb. So somebody is still like paying her way. She is still being handled on a lower level behind the scenes, and she's an internet plant. Okay? And I kid you not, if it wasn't for Allie already having a handler, if it wasn't for the fact that Shelly is in Allie's life, baby, I matter of factly know that Jag would have got Allie out there with her ass a long fucking time ago, just like how she did plenty of damn others that she lured to her to exploit. I'm trying to tell y'all how this shit go. And the other thing that Allie and Jag have in common, they are obsessed. They are obsessed with talking about sexual abuse, rape, trauma. It's all that comes out their mouth. Obsessed with it. So much so that they have to implement. They can't just talk about it generally. They have to implement themselves in it. Even if they hear of something happening to somebody else, it's like, oh yeah, that happened to me before too. Oh yeah, I remember that when that happened to me. Oh yeah, and I was there. And you know what I'm saying? Something wrong when you supposed to have been raped or hurt and harmed by everybody that you have ever encountered. There are people out here who is obsessed with sexual abuse, molestation, rape, torture. Say the type of shit. There are real victims out here who even after they have healed, they may, be able to speak about their experience, what they went through, how they healed, but they're not talking about that shit every day because they don't want to relive. What real victim wants to relive that trauma every single day to the point where every time you see them, they're talking about the same thing over and over and over again. That is a script that they are being forced to go by. But anyway, y'all, I told y'all I wasn't going to make this long. Y'all go back and watch the video that I did, okay? And of course, y'all be in support of others who is, keeping up with this type of thing, speaking on this type of thing. I'm not saying anything that I'm saying to discredit those person. I just started seeing different people's video, like stuff. Like, I don't go searching for stuff. The stuff that I end up watching, it almost like magic. It pops up on my damn timeline. I promise y'all, I don't search for certain people. Okay, it just pop up on my timeline thing. And a lot of people's like titles and shit kind of be clickbait. You know what I'm saying? If a person got a catchy title with something, like, let me see what this about, and you end up clicking on some shit. And that's how it was the other day when I ran across I think he calls himself King World or whatever. I hadn't seen this man in years. Since way back when he was doing the, covering Jaguar, everything like that or whatever. And so I hadn't seen him for a while. So when I happened to click on the video, I didn't even know it was him. It wasn't until after he had started speaking, and then, he brought his image up, or show his face. I'm like, oh, I know him. And so I'm listening to what he was saying, and it was blowing my mind. I'm like, these people are saying the shit that I said. I said this shit. I said this shit. That Allie and Shelly was having sex with you. But what people are overlooking, y'all, this video was about nothing but for people to pay attention. Whether you like Ellie or not, you might look at her, she a bald face, it's like she ain't been around no celebrities, she this, that, and the other didn't happen. Blank that out your mind. Just look at, you know what I'm saying, how you look at what is the word I'm looking for? Unbiased. Look at the shit unbiased, okay? Just hear what you're listening to. Really tap into what you're listening to. Listen for key words, key points. Look at how the facial expression this person is making, their eyes. Look at any wording that you see on the shirt that they have on anything around them. Look at what they're doing with their hands. These are all subliminal messages. If any of you all know how subliminal messages work, or even how witch language works, because Allie is also using something that I call witch language. Witch language are regular English words, okay? But the language is a cursed language anyway, okay? This is the reason why you have words that sound alike that means different things. There's even certain words that sound like regular average Joe words. If I was to say those words, you would think I would just be talking about something random. You understand what I'm saying? Or not talking about anything of importance in particular, okay? But it's a certain way those words can be used. I call it witch language, okay? Or it could be subliminal messaging, okay? But those words mean something. Like if Allie is saying, oh yeah, and these children are being trafficked right now. What should stick out to you is trafficked right now, not everything else she said. How is she looking when she say the words trafficked right now? If her eyes cut over to the side in the direction that Shelly is, she is trying to subliminally tell you she is being trafficked right now by the very person that's sitting right next to her. Which language, subliminal messages is just as simple as that. The person who is saying blind to what is going on, all you seeing is, oh man, she's talking about these missing children and what they're going through. Yeah, we need to come together. That's what you hear. You're not listening to the victim that is in front of you. Because ask yourself, as a 30-year-old woman, why is what happened to her when she a child, steady being, if you understand what I'm saying? If you have made it out of this situation, if you saying you went through a situation and you have, by the grace of God, made it out of that situation, you have healed, you are okay, you are away from that situation. Why are you so only speaking about that situation over and over and over again? It's because it's something about it in the midst of what this person is saying. They're trying to tell you something else. There was this, she did a video the other day and she had on this white shirt and it had like this chain. You know how a chain is, and you know how a chain can break. It looked like the chain had broke apart. And I don't know what the first word said because her hair was in the way, but the second word on the shirt is stolen. And I believe she did that on purpose like that. And she was standing smack dead in the middle of the camera, okay? And you can pay attention. She's doing subtle things like that to let you know. She has been stolen. She has been taken. This girl can't make a move without Shelly's permission. Shelly is holding her hostage. Captive. This girl couldn't go on so much as a date if she wanted to hang out with friends if she wanted to, by herself. Has anybody ever talked to Allie alone, by herself, with nobody else around, just casually talking on the phone? Don't young people talk on the phone all the time? They texting all the time, or they talking all the time, or some shit like that? Allie ain't doing nothing like that. Anytime you see her, Shelly has to be right there with her, right beside her. Why is that? Because she a full-grown ass adult. She's not a child. My daughter got her own phone right the fuck now. She's 16 the fuck years old. She have her own phone right the fuck now. Phone, tablet, computers, every fucking thing. If she was in trouble or had an emergency, she know how to call emergency on her damn own. You understand what I'm saying? Atlee can't use the fucking phone unless this woman is right beside her. You don't see Allie go live unless Shelly is right beside her. I'm telling y'all some other shit going on, but this video was to simply tell you all that even though there's a lot of lies and there's a lot of bullshit in the midst of everything that is going on, okay, I do believe that some aspect of Allie's life, she has been victimized, okay? And I do know she's in a situation right now where she needs help. I'm not sure the right type of team, the right type of people to go in and help her, because I know what like police authority standpoint would be, especially with the fact that she's grown. So I'm not even really sure the type of like people that it would take to go in, but like it would be hard because like I said, Shelly don't allow this girl to do nothing by herself without her. This don't make sense though. You got two grown ass women. Neither one of them work. Y'all are both able bodies. Neither one of you are working. Neither one of you are dating. Neither one of you have outside friends that you're hanging out with, that you're chilling with, that, you know, just living life. You're not doing it. Why? It's because of some other shit going on. That girl's been trafficked. She's been exploited. Okay? Shelly is the handler. She is the abuser. No bullshit. No bullshit. And it's a lot of people that saying, oh, she need to go home, this and the other. She's 30 to fuck years old. She ain't got to go home. She don't want to. She got to go be back with her family, her parents, and, you know, whatever. Her real family and parents if she don't fucking want to. She is 30 the fuck years old. But I do feel like she need to be the fuck away from Shelly. I do feel like she need to be able to make up her own damn decisions, her own damn mind, and live her life the way she wants to. If she wanted to go and see her siblings, her real siblings, or her biological parents or something, that needs to be her choice, her decision. Shelly forced that girl to come on and said, I'm not leaving. I'm not going back. After King Word did the video with the alleged mother on there speaking. And I can't say, they have a team of stalker investigators and shit. They're 100 fucking fly down. You know what I'm saying? Over there. So, if they say that's the real mother, whatever, which they was on there today showing pictures and different things like that, who the hell am I to say that it's not? But what I do know is what the fuck I have matter of factly seen, and I do know that something is not right with Shelly. And I'm not saying that because the woman is Caucasian. I have met plenty of Caucasian women who is nice, sweet, down-to-earth women who got loving hearts, who, have taken in, others besides their own and different shit like that. I don't get that from Shelly. I don't get that from Shelly. It's something else going to fuck on. And what bothers me is that Allie is not able to make her own damn decisions. And who in the fuck adopts somebody after their legal age of grown? It's stupid. If you listen to the story that they have told, Allie claimed that she went into Child Protective Services when she was a teenager, okay? Like 14, 15 years old, okay? Because she said she ran away at 16, and this is when she was missing for a year. But also in the conversation, she said she was in contact with her supposed mom, Shelly, the entire time, okay? Because if you think about the story when she claimed that the pimp had sold her to Russia, which that story is total bullshit, because there's no pimp who has girls that young that they're gonna leave the fuck alone and with a phone of their own. Yeah, please. And this motherfucker just sold you. He would have sat there right there with you and handed you the fuck over and got his money before the fuck he left. But according to Allie's story, she was left in the park alone with her phone, and she had been sold to Russia, and she called Shelly to say, hey, I'm getting ready to leave. I just been sold to Russia. And that's when Shelly came running. Shelly and Shelly's mother came running to pick her up. That puts Allie with Shelly when she was like 17. She claimed not to have adopted her till when she was 19. What would have been the point? But you could, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people who like say, when people get married to someone who have children already, and that person, like, the spouse decides to adopt their children as their own, and they go through the motions to do that or whatever, and give their children the last name, whatever, especially if the other parent is not in their life and stuff like that or whatever. You've heard of things like that happening, okay? So I suppose it could be possible if they just wanted to make it legitimate that, hey, we're a family, you're a part of us, type of thing, I suppose. You know what I'm saying? But this is not like something like, Shelly adopted her when she was a fucking minor. No. That's if the shit is even legitimate, in the first place. And Shelly even said out of her mouth when she was still working for Child Protective Services, she was still working for the government at the time. Shelly said on one of the videos, she was going to, I don't know, her boss or whoever, and saying, hey, I want to help this girl. I would like to take her in. That she said out her own mouth, they was looking at her like she was some kind of predator or something. That's what she was. It was real weird the way they went about doing things. And all of a sudden after that, you're no longer working for the government, right? You're no longer working for that AC, right? But what person have gone to college, has a degree, and after a particular job, whatever happened on that job, you just don't get no other job? They're living off of something. Either Allie's getting some type of benefits, or Shelly's mother's getting some type of fucking benefits. But they're living after that shit. And all this business about, oh, we're being chased, we're being watched, we're being this, that, and the other, we're being followed, or whatever. It would be easy as the fuck for anybody to find them if they wanted to find them. Ain't nobody hunting them down like that. That's another scenario of their saga that they're putting the fuck on. Ain't nobody hunting them down, following them like that, or whatever. If they're targeting individuals right now, it's because of what's being said, what's being done. But I feel like Allie is the target, not Shelly. Shelly is the handler, which means if Allie is actually the target, that means if Shelly is the handler and knows that she is a target, access to, is grooming, have groomed her, have brainwashed her, has mind control her, or all this shit, feeding her all this information. This is how I know Shelly by somebody. I feel like Allie is the target. I feel like at some fucking point in time, they're going to sacrifice this girl. Like either making it seem like she randomly came up missing, or making it seem like, oh, she had some breakdown, she committed suicide, some shit like that. I believe Allie is the actual target. Shelly is the fucking handler. Paying Shelly has changed like mind control. MK Ultra. When I you.